If you're a fan of Mila Jovovich and the Resident Evil franchise, then you'll definitely want to check out Monster Hunter, which actually is directed by the same man that gave you some of those Resident Evil movies. But is this movie any good? We'll let you know in our real take right now.
Welcome back to The Real Screeners, where we offer you analytical takes on movies. We are your hosts, Beto and Lenny, and we are available on various podcasts, so don't forget to look us up. Also on YouTube at youtube.com/Real Screeners.
And remember, guys, if you like this video, make sure to give it a like, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell button for notifications, and of course, share this to everyone you know.
That's right. And today we are here to bring you our real take on Monster Hunter, directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, who also directed a good amount of the Resident Evil films, so he is no stranger to video game adaptations. And to my surprise, he also directed the original Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat!
My God, I didn't know. I had no idea.
He knows his action movies for sure.
It makes sense because this movie has a very campy feel to it, much like Mortal Kombat did, and a lot of those Resident Evil movies, they feel like big budget B movies, right?
Yeah, that's exactly how to characterize this movie, because it has a lot going for it in terms of, let's say, cinematography, action, CGI, some big name actors, but at the same time, because the story and characterization kind of lags a little bit, you kind of get that B-movie feel. I've never played the game, so I didn't go in there with like any preconceived notions, so that was a good thing. I saw the trailer. I was surprised because this is a movie that had been moved up. It was supposed to come out on April 2021, then around Christmas time. Now it's December 17th coming out. And so when I saw the trailer, I was like, whoa, where did this come from? And I saw an action movie and I was like, wow, this is cool. I kind of had an idea that it would be a Resident Evil type of movie. Nothing that's going to win an Oscar or anything, but it is certainly entertaining. So I was entertained, but of course, like I said, I wanted a little bit more substance from the movie.
I thought this is going to be just like another Resident Evil movie, maybe mixed with Tremors, right? Because obviously, in watching the trailers, you have these giant worms or giant monsters that come out of the ground.
Yeah, but
I immediately thought of Tremors, and I also got Tremors, vibes.
You got Tremors.
I got Tremors while watching the movie. Absolutely, yeah. Okay, so this is how I felt about this movie, honestly. I mean, as I was watching it, I couldn't help but make comparisons to Predator as I was watching this movie.
I could see that, yeah.
In its kind of formula or structure, I would say. You have this group of soldiers, let's say, or right?
Yeah,
and
they're soldiers.
Yeah, they're soldiers. And then, they're faced with these aliens, let's call them that, right?
Might as well be, right?
And they slowly start dying off, and then you have this one hero that stands up to the alien creatures and whatnot and gets help along the way. And then at the end, I mean, I don't want to ruin the ending. I'm gonna stop
ruin it.
But this movie really felt like I was watching like Predator storyline mixed with some Tremors, mixed with that fun campiness of Resident Evil. And it's just a movie that is very loud, very thunderous. It's all about those big sound effects.
You make it sound as if that's a bad thing, though.
It's not a bad thing. Of course, if the movie actually had, like you said, substance or character development, it wouldn't be a bad thing. At the end of the day, I definitely don't recommend you run out to the theater to watch it necessarily. That's the way I feel about it.
I guess it depends on your cup of tea, right?
Right.
I mean, if you're an action movie enthusiast or someone who is a diehard Monster Hunter gamer, then I think you would really enjoy this movie. I mean, if you're looking for eye candy and some astonishing visuals and some bone-shaking audio, then yes, go out and watch this movie.
Yes, and if you're looking for a movie where, things are really hard to kill or things don't die and the action hero just continues to live on and on.
She is indestructible.
It doesn't matter how many times they get thrown around and beaten and stung and slashed and torn, and they just keep going and going and going.
Yeah, this is a movie that defies logic. You have to kind of suspend a lot of disbelief. Look, this is a movie that I think had some potential, right? This is a movie where you see soldiers, it's in the trailer, they get transported to another world or another dimension, and Mila Jovovich, along with one of the natives there, I guess you could say, is trying...
Played by Tony Jaa. He's known as the Hunter.
Yes. And they're trying to, get to this portal to try to, close it down for all these different reasons. I won't get into that. But the relationship relationship dynamic between those two characters was explored a little bit, and that was probably the best part of the movie that had substance, I guess, right?
Yes, that's the part that worked for me, I think. It's those moments in the movie where they help each other, where they, at first they're at odds against each other, but then they kind of grow to be a team of sorts. And so that's, I think, what keeps the movie afloat. And then, all the other characters, who really cares about them, and as far as I'm concerned, they're a little wooden, they're a little bit.
Or even like not even explored. I mean, this movie tends to get weirder and weirder, which allows for the opportunity to get deeper and deeper, but they just didn't want to go into that for some reason. It was all about, flash and awe and just, yeah. I will say that this movie was exactly what I expected it to be. It didn't exceed my expectations. It didn't terribly disappoint me. So I was waffling between 2.5 and 3 reels, but because I do love me some eye candy, I am, maybe astonishingly to you, am going to give this 3 reels because I was entertained.
Okay, I think that's fair. I'm not surprised by your rating. I was also debating between those 2 ratings.
Really?
As soon as the movie, as soon as the movie ended, I was debating between 2.5 and 3. It's okay. The movie is okay. It's a fun time. You're gonna see big monsters. Woo! Big special effects. Yay!
Slow motion,
some cool editing techniques, some cool weapons, gadgets, whatnot. I mean, it's maybe a movie that you want to take your older kids to, it's rated PG-13.
And they will ask you to buy them the game after watching it.
That's true. I mean, it's that type of movie. It's all right. It's okay. I'm going to give it, I think I'm going to give it 2.5.
Okay,
I'm going to give it 2.5 reels.
I knew you would, and I can see
I'm not going to give it 3
yeah.
because it's,
Okay, well, all right. Okay, well, that wraps up our review of Monster Hunter. Like I said, guys, if you love Mila Jovovich and the Resident Evil franchise, definitely check this out, but nothing to write home about, especially, right?
Yes, and don't forget to leave a comment down below. Tell us what you think about Monster Hunter and your opinion on Paul W.S. Anderson and his films, perhaps, right?
And let me know if I should buy the game. I need to know that.
And of course, don't forget to look us up on social media. We're on Facebook at Real Screeners and Instagram, real.screeners.
And of course, I'm always going to hammer this, guys. Your help always helps us, so subscribe to our channel. Please like and share, and of course, hit that bell button so that you will always get notifications whenever we upload a new review. And stay tuned next time for our next Real Take on Movies.